Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Thank you for your awesome support on Patreon, Ken. I am not eligible to get a case of craft beer de Leon. Sorry about that. Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk Mecha News. I am Luke Owen. Have yourself a super click party and help us reach our next target of 750,000 subscribers, where we want to give you, the SWAF Nation, a reward of your own choosing. And we're going to be doing this going forward as we climb the hill to 1 mil, doing special rewards when we hit 750, 800, 850, and so on. We asked you on yesterday's video to let us know what you'd like to have, and you responded with suggestions like gift cards, a live episode of our Drunkcast Ramble Club for everyone, WrestleTalk vs. Cultaholic 2, a pub crawl with fans, and an episode of the Super News presented by Wonder Ollie. Hey now, we don't want to get demonetized for being too sexy. This is fun. Let's see what other comments were left on the video. Luke gets moved to the kickoff show. Oh. So leave a comment down below to let us know what you'd like to see us do or give back to you when we hit our next target, because it would be nifty to reach 750,000 subscribers. You get the idea by now. You can also show your support for WrestleTalk by heading over to our sister channel Screenstalker and giving them a subscribe too, which you can do via the link in the video description down below. Not only did we play Super Smash Bros. With former WWE Women's Champion Melina this week, I also swore a lot while playing Lion King for the Mega Drive. And on today's video, Ollie Davis and Chopper Pete Quinnell will be reviewing Hobbs and Shaw, which stars Rock the Dwayne Johnson and Roman Reigns. Or you can show your support in other ways, like Pledgehammer Jeffrey Acosta, who took this support WrestleTalk sign to AEW's Fight for the Fallen and got a picture with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and new Pledgehammer the Man Matt Man, who sent us this photo of his girlfriend holding their support WrestleTalk sign, which could actually be seen on this week's Raw. Or you could be like Chad. Chad is a man who's been living the life of crap gimmick wrestling's fishmonger on Twitter, and he sent us this week a video from an NXT show he visited recently.
I'm the fishmonger.
Now, I'm sure Matt Riddle is aware of Support WrestleTalk. After all, he recorded this for us.
Matt Riddle, the King of Rose. Support WrestleTalk. Do it, bro.
And he's a reader of the WrestleTalk magazine. But I would love to know what was going through his head when Chad shouted at him,
I'm the fishmonger.
We unfortunately transition into very sad news now, as it was announced yesterday that wrestling legend Harley Race passed away at the age of 76. Race has been hailed as one of the greatest wrestlers to ever grace the sport, capturing the NWA World Championship 8 times in his career. The wrestling world has sent an outpouring of love and respect for the man, including Tommaso Ciampa, who wrote a lengthy post about their time together, William Regal, who called him a great friend and mentor, Cody, who recalled Harley trying to scare him while he was managing Vader in WCW, and Vince McMahon, who said, long live the king. We here at WrestleTalk would like to send our condolences to the family and friends of Harley Race. Next week, WWE will be holding their biggest party of the summer as they host Summerslam in Toronto, which I'm reliably informed is where Daniel Bryan is from. The show will reportedly run a butt-numbing 6 hours, and myself and Oliver Davis will be live streaming our reactions to it, so make sure you join us for that. The show will feature Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship, Becky Lynch versus Natalya for the Raw Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus a returning Trish Stratus, and the in-ring debut of The Fiend when he takes on Finn Balor. One match that was announced this week was Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. A very strange choice, as though WWE have put so much focus on Dolph attacking Shawn Michaels last week, as well as his constant references to Goldberg in his promos. And last week it was reported by Brian Alvarez of Figure 4 Weekly that this was because Ziggler is going to face Goldberg at SummerSlam, with Dave Meltzer adding this week that the Dolph vs. Miz announcement is a red herring. Big Daddy Meltzer has since doubled down on this, writing in the Wrestling Observer, the idea is that Ziggler, by disrespecting Shawn Michaels and superkicking him, disrespected the legends. The idea was that Ziggler would have the locker room against him, and that Goldberg, who Ziggler has mentioned in passing in in every program would come back. Meltzer adds that this is an idea that has come from the mind of Paul Heyman, who wants to book Goldberg as a John Wayne-type character, an older badass that would return from time to time, just like Bruno Sammartino did in his territory days, which Heyman saw when he was a kid. And our boy Matt Riddle has seemingly confirmed this rumor, posting on Twitter that he wants to be part of the match. Or maybe they could make it a fatal four-way by adding this guy in.
I'm the fishmonger.
Someone who won't be at SummerSlam, however, is Bobby Lashley. We've not heard from Bobbles Lash LaRue since the Battle Royal to crown the new #1 contender to Brock Lesnar's Universal Championship, which came off the back of his incredibly hot angle with Braun Strowman that signified the start of the Heyman era. And it's now being reported by Fightful that the reason we've not seen Lashley as of late is because he's out with an injury. Sean Ross Sapp is reporting that the injury is currently undisclosed, but says that he should be back in action by November 2nd, which would be in time for Survivor Series, which would take him out of the running of who ran over Steve Austin. Who pushed over stuff onto Roman Reigns on SmackDown. If you didn't see this week's SmackDown, Roman Reigns had backstage equipment pushed on top of him as he was about to announce his SummerSlam opponent to Kayla Braxton. So much so that Roman did his best impression of that Drake meme. This has led to a lot of speculation from fans on who shot Mr. Burns, who attacked Roman Reigns. Many figured it was Samoa Joe, seen as though the two have been feuding for the last couple of weeks, while some felt it could have been Kayla Braxton herself. And there was some early speculation that it was Buddy Murphy, as someone dressed like him was seen in the background of the attack. However, according to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer, it was none of those choices. And the answer on who is Cartman's father, who attacked Roman Reigns, is none other than Daniel Bryan, which ties into his refusal to reveal his career-altering announcement on the show. And it also ties into the advertisement of Bryan vs. Roman for house shows following SummerSlam. It should be noted, of course, that this is just a rumor, and there is every chance that WWE could change their minds. After all, it was reported this week's SmackDown Live was not only rewritten twice before the show aired, its second hour was being rewritten while the show was on air. Oh, so Eric Bischoff is running the show then. While there are still conflicting stories and rumors about Impact getting their weekly TV show Off Pursuit and Onto Access, the company did announce two big contract signings. The first came earlier this week when they revealed Tenille Dashwood had signed with the company, and it was announced yesterday that Kiera Hogan has also signed a new multi-year deal. Hogan told Outsport of the signing, "I'm so glad to continue to be part of the roster and to continue to be part of the Impact family, because honestly, that's what it is. I honestly wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It's the best locker room I've ever been in. It's just so crazy to think about me talking about the Knockouts division when I was 16 years old and saying how they had the best women's wrestlers. To be part of that division, I can actually vouch for that now." Our top stories today are sponsored by WrestleCrate. As a special treat for the SWAF Nation, if you visit WrestleCrate.co.uk and use the discount code WTTV, you'll get a free autograph bundle. WrestleCrate is a monthly mystery box full of loads of wrestling goodies, which has items from the biggest promotions in wrestling. All Elite Wrestling revealed their World Heavyweight Championship at Double or Nothing back in May, with the first champion being crowned at All Out when Chris Jericho takes on Hangman Page on August 31st, a show that Ollie and I will also be live streaming our reactions to. A tournament to crown the tag team champions was also announced, with Tony Khan telling Steve Austin on his podcast that it will take place when AEW debuts on TNT in October, with the winner of Dark Order vs. Best Friends at All Out earning a bye in the first round. The first show on TNT won't just see Cody vs. Sammy Guevara, a Jon Moxley appearance, and a six-man tag with the Elite taking on Chris Jericho and two mystery partners. Two CM Punks to AEW confirmed. Sports Illustrated revealed yesterday that they will also crown their first ever AEW Women's Champion. Further details on the belt will be revealed on the Road to All Out next week, and Brandi Rhodes told Sports Illustrated the championship will be treated with the utmost respect and prestige. We hope to inspire future female wrestlers to dream of holding such a meaningful title. One thing we also know for AEW's new weekly show is that it won't feature the same level of violence we've seen from Double or Nothing and Fyter Fest. Tony Khan told the press following the Jon Moxley vs. Joey Janela match and the chair shot heard round the world from Sean Spears to Cody that the show on TNT won't be like that, and they'd save blood for pay-per-views only. This of course didn't stop Vince McMahon on his WWE investors call last week publicly denouncing the company for being simply blood and guts. nuts, something WWE have obviously graduated from. And it's been speculated that this line was designed by Vince to scare potential sponsors from getting into bed with All Elite Wrestling, just like he did with WCW back in the Monday Night War. The blood and guts phrase was parodied on this week's episode of Road to All Out, and Cody had a message about it in a very passionate promo that aired on AEW's YouTube channel to hype their debut on TNT. This is what he had to say.
Recently, there were some very public comments made.
Please head on over to Screen Stalker to watch Ollie and Pete give their thoughts on the latest movie in the Fast and Furious franchise, Hobbs & Shaw, by clicking the link in the video description below. Here's a teaser for you.
What did Roman do in Hobbs & Shaw?
So, Roman Reigns really only features into the Samoan arc of this story, and he's more of a background character. He doesn't really do much. He doesn't have a line in the movie. It's just him doing stuff in the fight scenes.